Hello, my name is James Manglinong, and this is my Android mobile application development assignment 3 presentation. All right, so to provide context, this short presentation covers usage of Recycler View Pager 2 for an e-commerce mobile application. So I'm going to start with the structure of my application. So basically, I have two activities, which are the main activity and product details activity. For the main activity, um, this is responsible for displaying list of products using Recycler View. While the product details activity, this is responsible for displaying the product details of a selected product from the list, which includes of displaying product name, brand, description, price, images, and quantity. So apart from those two activities, I also have two data classes, which are the gallery data class and the product data class. For the gallery data class, this class is responsible for holding the product images, while for the product data class, this class is responsible for holding the product attributes, which are the product name, of type string, description of type string, price of type double, brand of type string, gallery image list of type array list of gallery. And then finally, I have two adapter classes, which are the gallery adapter and product adapter classes. So for the product adapter, this is used to manage and display a list of products in a recycler view. While the gallery adapter, this is used to manage and display the product images using View Pager 2. All right, so now let's proceed with the UI implementation and its code behind. So to run this application, the default page would be the main activity. So in my main activity, it contains the application name called My Seneca Shopping. Then right after the title, I have a recycler view that is responsible for displaying the product list. So to dive deeper into this recycler view, if we go to the main activity, so first I created a variable called RV products of type recycler view, which is a reference to the RV products element in the main activity. Then I created a variable called product list of type arraylist of product. So as a requirement, I need to create 6 to 8 unique products with all the required attributes to be shown on the recycler view. So in this case, I created 6 unique products to be rendered to the recycle view, which is the product list item. And then this line of code here is adding the unique products to my product list. And then apart from the unique products, I also created dummy data to be included in my product list using for loop. The next step would be to set my recycler adapter by calling product adapter class and passing product list as a parameter to the array list of product and current contacts. This product adapter requires an argument of type array list of product and context as class parameters. It also inherits overridable member functions of recycler view class by supplying product adapter that view holder. And then this class contains 3 override functions, which are the first, the onCreate view holder, which is used to inflate the item layout. So to inflate the product list item or to create view object, I have this line of code. And then I created and initialized a view holder and then return the view holder. On bind view holder, this is responsible to bind the product list to the product list item elements. So this line of code here set the image source of product based on its position, while this one set product name based on product list position. Same goes to product description, which is based on product list position, and also included the product price. So inside this function, I define the item view set on click listener event, which is responsible to navigate to product details activity by passing bundle as intent parameter. So to begin with, I created an object called product of type product and set the product attributes based on the selected product. Then created a bundle object. Then store the product object to the bundle using put serializable. And then next step is to create an intent for the product details activity. Then pass bundle to the product details activity intent using put extras. Finally, start the product details activity intent. I also added a button add to cart set on click listen event, which is an extra feature or placeholder for better user experience. So basically, is just this prompt the user that the selected item was successfully added to the cart using those upon clicking. So for the get item count, this function returns the product list the size count. Finally, for the view holder class constructor, which accepts the view of type view as a parameter, extending from recycler view that view holder, supplying view as a parameter. This class is responsible for creating references to the product list item elements. So here we have the product image, product name, description, price, and then button add to cart. So after setting up the adapter, the last step would be to set the recycler view layout manager, which is the RB products, to linear layout manager. And then as I've mentioned earlier, upon clicking an item on the product item list, the application should redirect to the product details activity. So now we're going to the UI implementation of product details activity. So basically, this screen renders the name of the product, brand, available images of the product, description, prices, quantity, the quantity input, add to cart button, and buy now button. So again, price, quantity, and add to cart and buy now button are just extra features I added for better e-commerce user experience. All right, so to go to the code behind of this activity, I'm gonna navigate to the product details activity Kotlin file. So on create override function, I created a reference to the activity UI elements for brand, name, description, price, and then for the add to cart and buy now buttons. And then next step would be to retrieve the product details from the intent values, which is from the bundle supplied from the previous activity. So if bundle is null, it will create an object called, if the bundle is not null, it will create an object called product of type product, and then it set its value from the bundle using get serializable function, supplying product as a key. And then next step would be to set the product details element values based on the bundle values supplied using intent. After setting the string values, next step would be to bind the product images on the product details screen. So this line of code declares a variable called VP gallery of type view pager 2. Then it creates variable called gallery adapter of type gallery adapter. So as I have mentioned earlier, gallery adapter is used to manage and display the product images using view pager 2. So if we go to the gallery adapter class, so as you can see, it has a view holder class, which is used to reference to an image view in the layout. It also has on-create view holder to inflate the item layout. So in this case, the gallery list item to display the product images and return the view holder. In addition, I also have a function called get item count. So get the gallery area list, which is the count of available image for a product. Finally, I have the bind view holder event, which is responsible on setting and binding the image source of the image view from the current gallery item based on the position supplied. So now I am gonna proceed with the two layout resource files. So first would be the product list item. So this resource file contains product name, description, price, and add to cart button, which will be rendered in the main activity using recycler view. And then the other resource file, which is the gallery item list. So this resource file contains the images of the product and will be rendered in the product details activity using view pager 2. So that's basically the structure and code implementation of my simple e-commerce application. Now I'm gonna show you the demo of the application. All right, so running the application, basically it renders the product list. So with the following details, so it has the name, description, default image, price, and an add to cart button. So clicking on the item redirects to the product details activity, which will show the details of the selected item or the click item. So let's try an example. So let me click iPhone 16. So in contrast to the product details shown on the previous screen or from the main activity, apart from the product name, brand, description, and price, the product details activity is now displaying a gallery of images for the selected product. I also included the quantity field as well as the add to cart and buy now button as extra feature or placeholder for better e-commerce user experience. So yeah, let's check more example. Let's see this one, Lenovo Legion laptop. So let's check another product. Let's check Apple Watch. So as you can see here, it also has the name, brand, images, description, and quantity. Okay, so yeah. Finally, let's check a dummy data. So same with unique data. For dummy data, it also has the name, brand, images, description, and quantity fields. All right. And then for the landscape qualifier, so same UI behavior was implemented. Let me just rotate this. So as you can see on the screen, um, it has the same behavior uh, from the previous screen using landscape qualifier. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much everything for my assignment 3 presentation. Thank you.